chapter 1,
Mana PDF ni?
which is introduction.
Aku tak faham.
First, brief of your project. The second,
Brief.
brief of project. Then the second one is problem statement. Then your objective. Then your scope. Chapter 2, your background study. It should contain any information. So, for example, regarding the pineapples, regarding the machine, okay, regarding the pineapple, the machine, the existing machine. So, any information regarding your project, okay. So, relevant or related information. And also should have your product design spec. Even though you are not going, you didn't do the design from scratch. Okay, the design is there. Okay, you have already given the concept, the ideas. Okay, but you have some specific target. Okay, specific target. How what you are going to do. Okay, for example, the given the output of the machine should be 8 pineapple per minute. That's the performance. So you should have your ID, your target. Okay, your target about the machine. So you should write in your PDS, product design specifications. PDS. So 7 to 10 PDS. Testing only. Because PDS is like your target, how you're going to fulfill the requirement of fulfill the needs of the customer. So your customer now, okay, even though you are just determined, you are now determined or choosing the components. Okay, you are not designing the machine from scratch, but you know who are your who's going to buy your machine. Okay, so it's going to buy the machines. So the customer, they have some requirement, they have some needs. Okay, so you so you have to fulfill the needs of the customer by proposing the specifications. Okay, which is you have to have something that in your target. So you have to write your target in your product design specifications. So after you have chapter 1, chapter 2, and then normally chapter 3 in design process, chapter 3 is product. Normally, chapter 3 is concept generation, so where you have morphological chart, you have your ideas in chapter 3. So, but in this topic, chapter 3, so you have to let's for example, you already chosen. Okay, so as you remember that in design process, once you have concept ideas from morphological chart, then you evaluate your concept, right? So you evaluate your concept using the evaluation metrics, using the evaluation metrics. So after evaluating using the metric, then you will get the chosen concept. Okay, you get the chosen concept. So that chosen concept will be developed. Okay, that chosen concept will be developed. And after developing the chosen concept, you have the final concept. Okay, you have the final concept. Once you have the final concept, then you do your analysis. Okay. So here in chapter 3, so you have your final. Okay, you have done an improvement. You have done change any features, remove any feature that you don't need. So you have your final. Okay. So in chapter 3, you should have your final sketches of your concept. Okay. After you have your final, then you start your calculation, right? So then you should have your schematic diagram.
On the way. Itu sial.
Okay. Schematic diagram, then you start doing your calculations. Okay. For examples, so from schematic diagram here, you will see you have divided the task, okay, between of you, among you. So it will be clear that who's going which parts. Okay. So then in the next one, start your calculations. Okay. Starting your calculation, you need to start with free body diagram. So for example, which parts, station one or station station one and two, Ali. Okay, start your doing something. For example, your schematic diagram. This is the overall schematic diagram, the whole schematic diagram. So then start individual work. Okay, start individual work. Station one, okay, should contain free body diagram and any schematic diagram with dimension, any assumptions, or any given information. Okay, before you start your calculation, you need data to calculate, right? So all the information, the given data,
Oh, assumption. Condition.
free body diagram, schematic diagram. So you should start with this one. Okay. My suggestion: any data put in tables. Okay, make it clear. Then you start calculate. For example, gear analysis or belting analysis, belts analysis, or bearing. Okay. After you did all the calculations, you have your results. So after the results, put in the tables, put in the table the chosen data, uh, the chosen size, the size of the gears, the size of the belt, the size of the bearing in the tables, in the tables. And then lastly, discussion. This is the individual. This is the individuals.
Ah, discussion individual.
So I will see the individual work. Okay, this is the group, all the group. So in your report should consist of individual group contribution and also individual contributions. And last chapter is chapter 4, your conclusion or your discussion and conclusion. Last.
Lah, sial lah.
Okay. In discussion and conclusion, give any suggestion. For example, you calculated that uh, the size of the gearbox of the size of pulley is quite big, and also the C for the pulley is quite far, and you need to use such a very big pulley. So how you are going to reduce? Because it's not very practical. So it means that after you do all the calculation, the size of your machine is such a very big. Okay. So in order to run your machine, so you need such a quite a big V belt, gears. So how you are going to improve? So make any suggestions in your discussion and conclusions. This is a group. Okay, discussion and conclusion is a group. So only individual contribution is in your chapter 3.
Okay, faham.
Okay.
Okay, baik.
Okay, class. So any question on in your for your main project?
Nak sama respon nanti.
Guideline for the report. Faham tak? Macam mana nak buat report. Lebih kurang je macam you punya, kalau you ingat you punya introduction to design, okay, so chapter 1, chapter 2, and only chapter 3.
Why is
Okay,
that
normally
three?
chapter 3 is concept generations. So we just keep the chapter 3 concept generation, so we just straight on the analysis. Okay, so there's the same method in the next semester. Next semester, you are in the fourth year, right? So you will have your system design. So system design, the system design is the combination for all introduction to design, drawing, and your any type of analysis. Not only component analysis, even some analysis in fluid. So, but focus on design. So you need to do all in your system design 4533 SEM 45 SENN 4533. So just the project will be given. Okay, the project will be given. So you need to start from scratch the project until the end. Okay, so you need to generate the ideas, doing analysis, and in order to know to show that your ideas, your calculation is correct. So you have to show using the prototypes. Okay, so this is just a portion of system
System
design,
design.
focusing on the analysis here,
Baru.
especially for the component analysis.
Faham. Agak risky.
Ada soalan? Anybody want to share your major project?
Oh shit. Dia mentak lah sial.